Lac is a very popular area, like you may know. Some of you may don't know that, but Lac is a top 10 windsurfing spot in the world. So that's something that's very nice for our island. It attracts a lot of windsurfers from all over the world to come to Bonaire to enjoy what we have here. Next to this area is also popular with kayakers, with fishermen and other users who all use this area to enjoy, to recreate, and to spend time with their families. Next to this area, next to the side of the use of this area, we have a lot of marine biodiversity in this area. If you look at the fish that are here, the turtles that you can see here, but also the birds. I remember walking along the coastline and hearing the mangroves. In the mangroves, you hear a lot of birds. You hear the pakichi, you hear chukokos, you hear all types of birds in this area. It's a very beautiful walk in the morning. I would recommend that also to everyone. So this area is very beautiful, but also has a lot going on. Under the sea, above the sea, and on water. So that, with it, because it's so beautiful and has a lot going on, it has a lot of pressure also on it because everybody wants to be here. And this pressure, after time, with a lot of tourists also coming to the island, with also not only the tourists, but if you look at the amount of citizens here on the island that has been growing in the past years, it naturally puts a lot of pressures and stressors on this area. This growth of the tourism industry, but also the amount of citizens, has been positive for our island, has brought economic prosperity, has brought better wages, has brought also jobs for many locals here on the island. But it does have its other side, its threats and the stressors that it brings with it. So this, and like Jessica just said, I think that's a very important thing. If we look to the threats, and most of the time if you hear news items on nature, it's mostly negative news. It's the coral reefs are deteriorating. You hear news of climate change, of the impact of that. You hear extinction of animals that are becoming extinct. So it's a lot of negative news, but I also believe that this brings with it opportunities. Opportunities for us to set ourselves again as the leaders in nature preservation, but also the leaders in nature enhancement. I think Bonaire has, for a while, called itself the leader on this aspect, and certainly in the past 50 years, we've been leaders in nature preservation in the region. But along the road, others have started to get back and also surpass us in this area. But we have an opportunity now. With this project is a precise example of that. We can start by investing in areas, investing in creating extra, like a great project that we have on the island is the reef renewal program. If you look at how they've set up this whole concept, but also if you see the success of this project, this brings with it a lot of extra biodiversity, but also for tourism. So you see a project that is based on enhancing nature, but also bringing with it economic prosperity. And that, I believe, is the opportunity that lies before Bonaire now, to be the leaders in turning these challenges, turning these threats into opportunities, and setting Bonaire again as a forerunner, a leader in nature preservation, but also nature enhancement. And what do I mean by nature enhancement? Precisely projects like reef renewal. That we are not going to wait and sit along and look at what happens to us, but we're going to be proactive in investing, in making sure that we have good coral reefs now, but for future generations they can enjoy that and have even better coral reefs to enjoy, better mangroves, better movement on the use of these areas. So that's what I believe, and I believe that's projects like this are certainly very important in building that up and setting Bonaire back again as leaders in nature preservation, but also nature enhancement, alongside the economic prosperity and the use and enjoyment of these areas for the people.